Well, good afternoon, folks. I'm Greg Flynn here in the mayor's office to speak with Mayor Jake Windham. The mayor thought it was very important because with all this talk of COVID-19, the coronavirus going around, and lots of cancellations, the mayor thought it was very important to talk to the city about what is really going on, here in the city and what you should expect. So, Mayor, I know that, your whole message has been let's prepare, let's prevent, but certainly not panic.
That's right. And, as situation goes on during this epidemic, we want to make sure that we keep a calm head. And what we've told our city employees and what I want to make sure that we tell the citizens of our city is that we want to react in such a way that we are basing it off facts. The information that I'm receiving, working directly with the governor's office, and we're in line with them. That way we don't speculate, we don't cause panic, and in situations like that, cool heads prevail, in these type of situations specifically. So that's the message we want to send to our citizens. We want to hold precautions. We want to make sure that we're doing the things to prevent the spread of the virus. But stay calm. We're going to get through this. We're going to stay proactive. Our first responders have taken measures to put in place, make sure that we take care of our people. City services are rocking on. We're not shutting down. We've put some measures in place here at City Hall to help prevent any type of spread and make sure that people are contained in areas. We don't talk as much in person. We're trying to use the phone more, by the way. We're encouraging our citizens to try to handle issues that they may have over the phone and instead of in person. There's some things that you have to handle in person, and we can still have meetings about that, but we are trying to limit the foot traffic and slow some of those things down during this time. Some of the other things that we've been concerned about, what we're doing here for some of our employees, is we're trying to provide throughout departments an area where some children can come here in the meantime, because people still continue to have to work, and so there's some problems. Those children are city employees. The city does not sleep. We don't have the opportunity to do that, so we have to keep providing services for our people and taking care of our folks within our city.
I think our businesses have really done a great job. All of our restaurants, most of them are still open, but really taking that extra step of making sure that delivery and curbside service takeout is available, which will keep the economy going, right?
Yeah, and those are some of the things that I think need to happen. I'm not one that want to use the extreme measures, and I think some of the things, the concessions they're providing for the citizens in our city and their customers, I think they're doing a great job too. They're still providing a service. You can still go to Frisco Deli. You just got to go through the drive-through. You got to go to the Pizza Shack. It's gonna be carry out, and that's fine. And for a short period of time, our lives are inconvenienced. But I will say this too: it provides us to prioritize our lives too in times like this. You think about your loved one and your family and things of that nature. So I think our city is rolling along very well during this time, and we're going to continue to do very well. Our citizens are resilient, and they're going to react to this situation in a positive way. And City Hall is certainly going to send a message where we are positive but yet proactive.
One of the things that you can help clear up, because everybody is an expert, unfortunately, on social media, and the rumors get out there, and I think that's why we've seen a big run on our grocery stores, on the hoarding, the just crazy buying of people, and the shelves are empty. But from everything I understand, our Kroger, our Walmart, they are restocking the shelves. There is no shortage.
No. Yeah, they're receiving trucks daily, every day. Where we may have a COVID-19 virus that's spreading, and I think that everybody has seen some numbers on how deadly it is. We do not have a food shortage, so we're not having issues in that area. So these areas where these grocery stores that sell, they're going to continue to have these items. I encourage people to get what you need. And don't indulge from this point, because we can go to the grocery store. Matter of fact, my wife, Kristen Windham, she went to the grocery store yesterday, and there was one loaf of bread left, and there was an elderly couple in front of her. She allowed them to take the bread just because it was an elderly set that needed it. And but it was frustrating for that standpoint. And I don't want to sound insulting for anybody that has stocked up. I understand that, but please know that there are shipments coming in daily to all of these grocery stores within our city. If something were to happen where it was not, we would certainly let people know, but rest assured, we're still getting the things that are needed in our lives.
And certainly no need for 100 rolls of toilet paper in your garage.
No, there is not. There is not a need for that. Again, we want to make sure that we're level-headed. Please, when you make decisions based off facts and not emotions. I can't stress that enough. I've been in situations in a previous career in law enforcement, and we've had to use that type of mentality where we're exigent circumstances, and make sure that you calm yourself and think through the situation. And if you have some problems or if you have some questions, call City Hall, call my office. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or try to assist. If you know people that have needs and need some help where you think city employees can provide some services, especially for our elderly or people that are more susceptible to getting sick, please let us know. We want to help folks, but we also, I can't reiterate enough to have a steady hand and to work through the situation methodically.
You know, we all know that it is going to be painful for the next month or two as we try and contain this virus. It is not, unwarranted. We're trying to make sure that our hospitals can handle any kind of influx that we know is probably coming. So you and the rest of this board are erring on the side of caution to protect everyone. There are events that people are used to that will not take place in 2020, like your mayor's Easter egg hunt. I know that it was extremely disappointing to you to have to call that off, but we just, to follow the guidelines of, first it was 250 people, then down to 50, and then down to 10. We're less than a month away from what would be the mayor's Easter egg hunt, and it just wasn't possible to do it.
Sure, and when we receive those type of messages from the governor's office and the Department of Health, we want to be in line. We want to make sure that way when you have full participation, everybody gets on the same page, and so it gives us the ability to be out in front of everything. Again, it's caution. And we would be foolish not to caution ourselves, especially as we receive more information. It hurt my feelings that we had to cancel the Easter egg hunt because I really enjoy that time coming together, celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But at the same time, we want to use that precaution because the number of 50 people came out from CDC and Department of Health, and again, Governor Reeves has warned us about that. And people are looking to City Hall, and they're looking to see what we're going to do. And we're going to be complying with what the experts are saying during this time. We may get through this and with very little hiccups and not a lot of people having severe symptoms or even fatality. But it's better to have it, not need it, and need it, not have it.
Well, it's certainly better than the alternative. If we go several months and at the end of this, Rankin County, the city of Pearl, escapes with no real significant issues, you'd be happy about that.
Sure.
Rather than the alternative of you didn't take these steps and people didn't take it seriously, and my goodness, we have a large number of deaths and certainly a large number of infections.
Right. The unknown is what we're trying to work through here. As we get more concrete information, then obviously we're going to make sure that our citizens know. And I want people to understand, we'll put it out in the paper, we'll put it out on social media. Social media is the easiest way to reach people within the city. But we're going to let you know what's going on. We're going to be pushing out the information. That way everybody's well informed, and you can make personal decisions for your families as well.
Your message to parents as schools are out, from kindergarten all the way up through, the high school, even Hines Community College right now. Your message to the parents of kids and to the young people directly. They think the young people think they're invincible, and they hear some of this about, at least right now, it doesn't appear that young people are being, hit very hard by the virus, but they can spread it. Your message to parents of kids that are still going out and congregating, and your message to the young people out there.
My message is to make sure that you're mindful of the precautions that need to be taken. We've talked about the crowds. We've discussed that. That's something that needs to be in the back of these young people's mind. I was 18 at one time too. Thought I was Superman as well. Didn't think anything could harm me. But there needs to be precautions set down and from parents to their children. Hey, sanitize, wash your hands, do the things. Those are simple things that go a long way. Even when if you are hanging out with friends and you're below those numbers, still washing your hands is not a real big request. So do those things. Listen to your parents. Parents, I just reiterate some of these things that we've put out on social media about how to take precaution, and we're going to be fine. I will say this too. We have teenage kids that'll be out late, and we're encouraging parents to know where your kids are at night. Sometimes boredom leads into mischief, and
what do they call it? The idle hands or the devil's playground?
That's right. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. So be mindful of what's going on and know where they are, so you can keep tabs on them during this time.
One of the best things I heard that the parents can say to their kids, and for the kids to even realize, is, okay, you may be invincible. You may think you're going to be healthy, but you can still be a carrier of it. Do you want to get your parents very sick? Do you want to get your grandparents very sick? And maybe that would hit home a little stronger to them? Yeah. This is what I emphasize with kids. Just take this message as being serious. At the end of the day, taking some of these precautions and put them in play in your life is not asking too much. It's real simple. And that's what I want to make sure that our people know. Doing these things, we might look back from here 6 months and, man, that was a silly time. But at the same time, at least we took the measures in place to take care of business during an epidemic in our city. Well, it is up to us how long this lasts. The more we follow the CDC guidelines, the Department of Health, we can get out of this a lot faster, hopefully before the end of the summer, rather than having it carry through the summer. So really, the pain, as they say, it's going to be painful for the next month, maybe 2, but it's necessary. And I know that we're having discussions about what will happen with Pearl Day. We'll have that coming up as soon as we have information about that. Right now, that is outside of the window. It's May 1st, so we'll see what the new guidance comes out probably at the end of this month. Is that fair to say? Yeah. We're going to play everything by ear. We're certainly not going to knee jerk and just cancel every event, do everything, and just sit at the house. That's not what I want to do. I've said this from the very beginning. If I made decisions without facts, then I would be doing our citizens a disservice. And I sound redundant when I say this, but to show poise, be calm, and as information flows into us, then we can make executive decisions with soundness. And that's what you have to do in these type of situations. All right. Well, we have listened to the city government here. We have a great line of communication. Check out our website. We have a section devoted to coronavirus updates. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Young people love Twitter, so our following is growing there. We will put all information up, verified information on those sources. So we encourage you to check that. Right now, as far as city services go, make sure you use the phone. Call us. Call the city departments that you may need. If you're paying your water bill, a lot of good technology. You can do it online. You can still drop it in the mail. or we have our drive-through window. Try to avoid having to come into any city offices. Again, just out of an abundance of caution. So, you know, we're prepared. We just don't want y'all to freak out. Go get some takeout.
And yeah, and the other thing that before we leave, in the social media realm, don't speculate of what's going on. Verify and confirm is the way that we have to act on these things.
And be careful of your source that you're trying to share.
That's right. Just do not speculate on information. Make sure it's real information, sound information, and actually I would prefer or ask people to go to the sites like the governor's office, Department of Health, legitimate sites to get the CDC to get your information. Facebook is not your place to get your information from. Usually what that causes is panic, sensationalism, and what it does, it incites fear into our people. And we don't want that. So get the information from the right places when you're trying to live out your life each and every day with your family.
Yeah, because on social media, everybody now is an epidemiologist, and they are all very smart in health. You know, most of the time they become expert in everything else. Now all of a sudden they're going from experts on everyday life. Now they're all, man, they all have medical degrees on Facebook, I think.
Yeah.
So we got to be very, very careful about that. So
I agree. I agree.
Heed the mayor's advice. Follow the city, because we're going to share everything that comes from those verifiable sources. Again, on our Facebook, on our Twitter, at City of Pearl Government, and on our website, cityofpearl.com. Mayor, we appreciate you taking the time. I know that it will help, you know, lower the temperature a little bit, I think, in the city. The people can hear from you because there is strong leadership. At the board meeting, you got a great update from Fire Chief Brad Thornton at the board meeting. And he says we're ready to go.
Yeah, we are. We're doing the right things in place today and yesterday that we've always done. We're making sure that our citizens feel confident in what we're doing here at the City of Pearl. Now, I'm still at work every day, still doing the job that our citizens are paying me to do, and our city employees. We're going to carry on, and we're going to make sure that we deliver a good product to our people each and every day. And if they have any questions regarding this epidemic or COVID-19, please give us a call. We will be a person that you can talk with and receive more knowledge from, and we invite you to do so. That's what we're here for, to take care of our people, and we're going to continue to do so through this time, and we're going to be on the other side of this before long, and life will be back to normal. But again, I appreciate the opportunity to come and address our people, and if they need anything at all, please give us a call.
You got it. And as we leave you, remember, wash those hands, use the sanitizer, don't hoard the toilet paper. We'll bring you next updates as soon as new information becomes available.